Well, let's continue on with setting life goals and where A Course in Miracles can step in to, bear with me, by the way, I'm doing a little bit of technical details on my own, but where A Course in Miracles can step in to help us to achieve our goals by understanding our spiritual inner reality, to really at all cost, which really is not all cost at all, to obtain your objectives and your goals and setting and achieving those goals and living a life of purpose without being afraid of your passion and purpose to do so. Let's talk about Get the Life You Want in today's webinar. Someone had written in about how do I live a passionate life, reach our goals. How do I reach my goals when I'm like up against unbelievable circumstances all the time and I just can't seem to get ahead. People seem to kind of be upset about things like this. First, let's understand about the meaning behind setting life goals and to live a passionate life. According to some principles from A Course in Miracles, ACIM. Hey everyone, James Nussbaumer, and thank you for joining me in another webinar that we're going to have here today on how to just, do what you want to do in life. And this webinar is going to last maybe about 20 minutes or so. It's been going on a little bit ago, but for now we're videotaping this part. But setting life goals for what we long to do while in this world is really important. And we talked about this in my mastermind group a little bit ago, the Mastermind Challenge. If you're not a member of the Mastermind Challenge, please keep in mind that in the description area down below is an access link here at YouTube that will, you can click on that and it will lead you to how to think about joining the Mastermind Challenge. And I urge that you just check that out. But let's talk about setting life goals for what we want to do while we're in this world. And I say, remember what I'm saying here, while we're in this world. The journey, the path, I guess we could say, the long journey, some may think, towards setting and achieving goals to get the life that we want, can be made a lot easier if you understand that the world needs you to reach your goals. Now think about that for a moment. If you reach your goals, which are filled with purpose and passion, doesn't someone else in the world benefit from that? Having objectives and goals uncovers the spirit of passion and purpose. And, while guiding us toward the bliss of being whole, where to find completion and to live a passionate life. Now, today I'm not going to get too much into the dream of life and everything that we talk about in my books, because that would take up all the time in this webinar. But I'm going to refer you to a blog article at my blog, at my SAFE website, on It Does Take Guts. Yes, does take guts. Yes, the secret of successful people and how to get the life you want and what they do. And the link to that I will have included also down in the description area down below here at YouTube. But let's move on and say that each instant of time in this world that we spend seeing ourselves as united, or we could say as whole, with that interlocking chain of creation, think about that, enables us to begin setting life goals and see our desired objectives and goals being achieved as fully attainable. Now what I mean is the instance I was talking about, these instants, which A Course in Miracles likes to term the holy instant. Excuse me, I was getting a little bit ahead of me there. These instants will strengthen the desire to reach your goals if they are real and sincere from your heart, which, like I'd already mentioned, the Course in Miracles terms a holy instant. And a holy instant just means, well, how long is an instant? How long is a holy instant? It's the time it takes for you to decide what's in your heart and what you want to do. How long is a holy instant? The time it takes for you to say, hey, this is what I want to do with my life. So it's because setting and achieving goals with these combined instants or moments, we can say, Some people like to refer to it as present moment, or just being present, or presence. But this is part of the Holy Spirit's use of time while we're in this world. Now, remember, a little bit ago I asked you to remember while we're in this world. For the Holy Spirit's completion plans for the world to become awakened. And that's more detailed in my blog, at my blogs, but most definitely more so in my book series. So we're not going to get into the awakening process here. And so I urge you to check out my book series. And by the way, if you don't, 3 books are out now, and I hope that you'll have all 3 of them for those of you that are listening here. But let me, and watching here, but let me give you this principle from the Course in Miracles. The Course in Miracles states this, and this is very profound if you think about it, but don't think too hard on it, okay? And I'll tell you why in a minute. But the Course in Miracles states, offer the miracle of the holy instant through the Holy Spirit and leave his giving it to you to him. And I'm going to repeat that real quick. Offer the miracle of the holy instant through the Holy Spirit and leave his giving it to you to him. Okay, because so try to see that setting life goals are for those of your life purpose and passion, which helps the world, which is also of God's purpose and passion for you, which is called the creation. God's purpose and passion, look at it this way, is the creation. And he can't have a complete, wonderful creation of wholeness if you are not living according to your true free will. So I hope that makes sense. Now, I had just gotten some other messages a little bit ago about, setting and achieving goals in a life of purpose and passion. I can't seem to get there. Well, if you've charted out where you need to go, for living the life that you want to live while in this world, and by the way, and not being afraid of anything that you're up against. And speaking of fear, if you haven't read my books, go ahead and please dive into them and please get them, because I'll tell you the adversity that I was up against. But taking action on your objective goals by the truth in your heart is so important. And what I mean by that is, let me sip on a little bit of my chamomile tea, by the way. Oh. But while setting and achieving goals, you can tell yourself that you are the bringer of salvation, or we could say that you are the deliverer of salvation. Think about that. And therefore, you have a life of purpose and passion in this world of bringing light to darkness. Now, the difficulty in setting life goals, as someone had messaged in a little bit ago, they're having such difficulties in setting these life goals and they just constantly worrying and fretting over it because they're not achieving their goals and they feel like giving up. So have you ever felt like you might be running out of time to achieve your life purpose? Well, think about it. Time, first of all, before I say what I'm going to say here, think about what time really is, but think about what is your life purpose, which goes a little bit with what I had just said. Isn't your purpose in life a part of the creation without any boundaries? The creation, isn't your purpose in life in this world about the creation? So now I'm able to see and consider how my own inward divinity, not inside my body, inside the essence of who I am, I'm now able to consider that the inner divinity, the Holy Spirit, which is what that is, in my mind, the Holy Spirit, meaning the Spirit of God, which is holy. The Holy Spirit is my link to God. So the Holy Spirit in my mind will readjust time in order to assist me with setting certain goals and things that I want to achieve in life. I mean, my passion and I mean, seriously, my passion and life purpose, which is why I'm on this webinar today with you, like yours too, your passion and purpose, while here in the dream of time, space, and material form, together with all of us, all others that are in this world. The Course in Miracles gives us this principle from deep in the text that I hope that you will consider. There must be an adjustment in time for the miracle of past error to be turned into knowledge. Okay, What do we mean by that? Turned into knowledge. You see, for me to achieve my life purpose, which started a long time ago, but for those of you that know my books, writing my books came from inside a prison for 8 years. But for me to achieve my life purpose, someone else must be setting life goals to achieve their purpose, and so on and so on. Why is that? Well, let me explain. Therefore, what now does time mean? Time. What does it mean when you are concerned with setting life goals other than for maybe defeating your own fears and doubts and allowing yourself to go beyond those fears and doubts? The fearful and doubtful aspect in us all is called the ego-based mind that I write about in my books. So it's where the truest of reality within you holds on to your holiness, which is your passion in life, just as it holds mine. I'm passionate now as I'm speaking to you, and I'm passionate in my books. If you read them, you'll know, you'll see my passion, you'll feel it. Let me repeat that. It's where true reality holds your holiness, which is your passion in life, just as it holds mine. So, what can we add from this today? What can we say to do to go on, to continue, and to move forward, to finally get the goals that you want in your life? We're also worried about time, aren't we? We always are so therefore is what I'm trying to say, worried about there's not enough time to get there. There's not enough. Well, when we throw time out of our physical mind, when we throw time out of our thinking, and we just leave it to the Holy Spirit to use time, let Him use time on your behalf, and let you have yourself demand that your body, your physical body, take action on what needs to be done, while the Holy Spirit within you, which is your link to God, guides you on the way. That's enough for today, and I hope this made sense. Please message me if you thought this thought-provoking webinar again was right for you, and if you have any other questions for next week's webinar you'd like me to bring up, I'd be glad to consider that. And as always, I hope you're thinking a lot about your own life and all the natural beauty that is within you, and start reflecting that inward beauty, that holiness about you, that divinity about you. Start reflecting that to the material world. And once you do that, you will start achieving your goals and living according to your true free will, your purpose and passion in life. Until next time, thanks for joining me, and God bless.